Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a knife review. I'm going to be talking about the knife you're looking at, which is a Columbia River Knife and Tool Slip Kiss. It's part of their Kiss series. They call it the Slip Kiss because this is a slip joint, meaning there is no locking mechanism. This is a model 5569, in case you're interested in model number. I want to make a side note here to start off, is that when you get knives, a lot of times you'll get paperwork with them. I highly recommend you guys read this stuff. I know a lot of you probably just toss it to the side, but there's usually some good information in here. This happens to be a little flip-out guide with some do's and don'ts. This is pertaining to a different knife in the Kiss line, but on the back here they show you some stuff, and it might seem like common sense, but honestly it saved me from getting cut in the past. And there's been times where I tossed this to the side right away and started playing with the knife, and I cut myself later to realize that it told me not to do what I was doing right in this little pamphlet here. So I just want to make that note. When you get this paperwork with your knives, do check it out. It does have some helpful safety tips in it. Also make it side note, on Columbia River Knife and Tool knives, at least for the last, I don't know, at least the last year or so, they've been including these mini catalogs. It's all folded up, of course, real tight to fit in your box. And this is what the front looks like. It says mini catalog on it. And of course, when you unfold it, it's a big piece of paper. And it shows so much of their product line. All these different knives, and they have these really nice pictures and a little blurb on the knife itself. And there's just a lot here. I mean, they show pretty much the whole current production line. This is really good, like bathroom material or reading material. I don't know if you got a long car ride and you're a passenger. This kind of comes in handy. So I save stuff like this and put it to the side, and then there it is all folded up. And then I'll actually take this and I'll leave it in my car. And if I'm somewhere where I'm kind of sitting around waiting for something, or if I'm a passenger or something like that, I'll whip this out and read this. It gives me something to do. So just some side notes there. Anyway, onto the knife. Like I said, this is the Slip Kiss. It is a slip joint knife. Okay, there's no locking mechanism. And being part of the Kiss line, it's kind of open framed here. Very interesting knife. I actually recently got this in a trade with a very friendly girl here on YouTube. Her name's Allie. In the description box over there, I will put a link to her page here on YouTube. She does some cool knife reviews with her boyfriend Ken. Very nice couple. They have some other interesting videos as well. But anyway, like I said, this is a slip joint knife. Okay, there's no locking mechanism. To open this knife, it has a nail nick, which is exactly what you would think it is for. You just use your fingernail to cut out for your fingernail to assist you in opening the knife. Okay, be careful, because when you do open this, as you saw there, it really kind of snaps in place. I don't want to say locks because it's not locking at all, but it snaps in place. Okay, very authoritative in that. So just be aware of that when you first get this. Visually, I think it's a very appealing knife. The handle itself, the handle scale, which gives you a little grip, your fingers to rest on, is a composite material made to look like abalone shell, or abalone, however you say it. It's very, very cool. The real stuff is just like mother of pearl. It's very sought after, very beautiful, used in a lot of different knives. This is a composite material. It's cheaper to make. It's a synthetic. It's not the real thing. But it gives a very, very, very nice look to the knife. Some people find abalone shell and mother of pearl to be kind of feminine. That's personal opinion. I like it. I wouldn't mind carrying this knife, although I'm not going to. This is more of a collector's piece for me. And that's what's kind of cool too, is you don't necessarily have to have really expensive knives to have collector's knives. Like I said, I'm going to collect this and probably never use it. Just keep it as an interesting piece for my collection. But it's very, very affordable. The retail on this knife is only $20. You can buy these, I don't know, anywhere from $10 to $15. I've seen them. They're very affordable. Very cool knife. Let me just remove those fingerprints real quick. Let me give you some specs on the knife now. The blade is 2.5 inches long. The handles themselves are jeweled. Okay, it's actually one piece. I'll go into that a little bit later in the video. The closed length on this is 3 inches. 3 5/8 inches long, okay, from top to bottom. The blade steel on this is a 3 CR13, okay, which I've not talked about in the past. It's a softer steel. It's not the best. but it's adequate for this size blade. If you do get this knife to actually use, I would recommend just get some information on sharpening and getting a decent sharpening system, because with use you're going to need to sharpen this kind of often. What's really cool is, because of the open frame here and very simplistic design and small size, of course it's light. This is only 1.8 ounces, very, very light. Let's go back to those liners, or the actual handle itself. The handle itself is one piece. It starts here, comes around. You can see this on the back of the slab here. Comes around. Now it does this kind of weird curvy looking thing, okay? And the reason that it's like that is because it's only one piece wrapping all the way around, but obviously you have to have the blade in between both handles, okay? I don't know if you can tell that, but in order to achieve that going around and not being in the same position, it does have to curve at some point, and that's where it does. It curves in the back. And I think that one of the reasons, besides aesthetically looking nice, they put these handle slabs here, is to kind of smooth out that transition. As you see here, it's thicker on both ends, so in holding this knife, it doesn't feel as if it's a bent piece of metal like that. So it does serve a couple different purposes besides looking nice. It gives you a little more something to hold on to, and like I said, it smooths out that transition in the bend. There is a brass piece here that wraps around. It's on both sides, and that actually kind of keeps the blade in line. You can see that, but it extends past the tang just a little bit to keep it in line. This blade is adjustable. It has a hex screw in there, not Torx. Your regular hex bits or Allen keys will fit that. Again, let me remove those annoying fingerprints if I can. In the back of the blade here, you'll see, of course, the stamping on there. Slip kiss, and I apologize for the fingerprints. I don't have my little rag, but anyway, it's a Ed Halligan design. Of course, the designer's name is on there above the slip kiss logo, and then of course you have the model itself stamped in, which is 5569 right there. Now again, back to the handle itself. I said it's jeweled. All that is really is they take a bit and they kind of sand down, but the bit is circular, so it makes a circular pattern. And they sand down, they move over, sand down. They keep repeating that pattern, and it gives you that really cool look. Very similar, I guess, to diamond plate, if you guys are familiar with that. It's just the finishing of the steel itself. It makes it look nicer. Very cool. Again, it kind of gives that classic, elegant look matched with the abalone here. It's very fitting for this knife itself. Overall, again, I would classify this as a small gentleman's knife, not really a utility style knife. Because of the slip joint, you don't want to use this really hard. You're going to use this for your smaller cutting tasks. What's presented in the little safety thing is they show you sharpening a pencil. If we can find that. Yeah, sharpen the tip of a pencil, and small cutting tasks. And that's what I would say. I'd say this is definitely limited in use. I mean, it's a very, I don't want to say fragile or delicate design, but it's definitely not made for hard use. Not only because of the fact it doesn't have a lock, but the whole design itself is, I guess you could say it's a little bit on the fragile side. So again, this is a gentleman's knife, a very nice knife. You might want to take out to dinner, kind of slip it in your pocket, and for smaller cutting tasks. So definitely cool. I really like it. Like I said, for me, it's going to be a collector's piece. I'm not going to actually use this or carry it. I just found it very interesting, and I was more than happy to work out a trade with with my friends on YouTube. Again, Allie and Ken. Actually, in case you're interested, I traded for my Rolock 2, which they're very much enjoying, which I'm very, very happy when a trade goes smoothly and both parties are happy with what they got. And that is no exception here. We're both very happy with the trade, and I think it's a very nice knife. And again, it's very affordable. It's going to be between the $10 and $15 range almost everywhere. So that is the Columbia River Knife and Tool Slip Kiss. A very elegant slip joint. Once again, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you learned a thing or two. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.